perhaps stepping up an extra furlong in trip might bring about a little bit more improvement here, Gordon, because he's a half-brother to a mile-and-a-half winner.
I have a notion Bullseye will run well. He hadn't won since his third career start, and it was as a 2-year-old at Musselburgh. He hadn't won since then until going in at Carlisle last time. He hadn't a penalty for that apprentice handicap when he was a wee bit disappointing, I thought, at Musselburgh last time. I could see him bouncing back.
Yeah, possibly. Clear-cut winner of that apprentice's race at Carlisle, and I thought he ran okay at Musselburgh, where just when push came to shove, I thought perhaps it looked like his exertions 24 hours earlier had just perhaps had a little bit of effect, and he looked a little bit jaded there. But his new mark has kicked in now. He's £6 higher here, and whilst he might run well, my concern or my worry, Gordon, would be the trip. He's not tried a mile and 3 furlongs before, and his 3 goes at a mile and a quarter haven't quite been up there with the form that he's shown at Shorter.
And a quick line on Hot Team, who won the race here last time that he won back in 2021.
Yeah, he did. He's a 7-year-old, but he's a veteran of 64 races, but it bounced back to form here last time back on turf. He has gone up £4 for that defeat of Breguet Boy, but I wouldn't be too worried about that, because he did win off a mark of 59, £5 higher than he runs off here. That was as recently as August last year. Again, a little bit like Bullseye. This trip would perhaps worry me for Hot Team, especially on a stiff track. He's not won over further than a mile and 2, and if they go a decent pace, which they may well do with Lochnaver goes on as is her wont, then that might put his stamina under stress.
First time we will be tackling the famous button hook shaped loop at Hamilton Park tonight, Tomo. All yours.
Yeah, just want to go in for this mile and 3 Lockton Companies Park handicap. Just waiting for Bullseye and Andrew Mullen. That's it. We're ready to race. Stand by. And they're off. 6 runners into their stride.
This market is now in play.
Nobody too keen to make it, so it's a pretty slow pace early on in this Lockton Companies Park handicap. In the light blue and yellow, Lochnaver is the first to go on. In the black and red, Spanish Hustle is going second. Here in the sheepskin noseband comes 50 Cent. In 4th place in the dark blue is Hot Team. And behind Hot Team in the green and white hoops, that's Grace's Quest. And the back marker early on is Bullseye. They've quickened it up a little bit as they begin the sweep left-handed as they go up towards the top of the hill. And Lochnaver and Amy Woff has the lead by a couple of lengths. Spanish Hustle, Ben Curtis, is in second, and these two are 5 lengths clear of the chasing group, who are headed by 50 Cent. That's the mount of Phil Dennis. In the dark blue Hot Team, Barry McHugh. Behind that is Grace's Quest, Paul Mulrennan, and still the back marker, Bullseye, with those cheek pieces, and Andrew Mullen. Now sweeping right-handed at the top of the track, and it's Lochnaver who still has the advantage by about 3 lengths. In second place is Spanish Hustle. The rest of them just closing up a little bit, but it's still almost single file. In 3rd place, 50 Cent. 4th place, Hot Team. 5th is Grace's Quest, and still the back marker is Bullseye. Here they come back towards us. About 5 left to run in the Lockton Companies Park handicap. And it's the Jim Goldie trained Lochnaver who has the lead by 3.5, 4 lengths. In second place is stable companion Spanish Hustle. Third on the far side is 50 Cent. In the dark blue is Hot Team. Biding his time in the green and white hoops is Grace's Quest, and still the back marker is Bullseye. The leader still moves well. He is pricked as they come back towards us. Lochnaver leads by 2. Spanish Hustle is right behind in second. Now the others are just beginning to work to try and close the gap. In 3rd place in the red colours is 50 Cent. In the dark blue, Hot Team moves well. The favourite, Grace's Quest, coming under a bit of pressure, but now begins to stay on. And then comes Bullseye. This is where it starts beginning to get interesting. Lochnaver still has the lead in the black and red, Spanish Hustle. Then in the red colours, 50 Cent. The favourite, green and white hoops, is under pressure, Grace's Quest. On the wide outside, here comes Hot Team. And on the far side, Bullseye is staying on as well. It is still Lochnaver who has the lead. Spanish Hustle is second. In 3rd is 50 Cent. It's neck and neck. It's Lochnaver on the far side. Spanish Hustle is getting there. Spanish Hustle wins it. Lochnaver is second. 50 Cent is 3rd.
Well, there you are. Jim Goldie had the favourite, and then the second and outsider of the party, the second biggest priced and the outsider of the party, and it's Spanish Hustle that's led home the long-time leader, Lochnaver. It's a 1-2 for Jim Goldie, maybe not in the order a lot of people might have suspected, and these are clear of 50 Cent, Ed. Back in 3rd place, this Franco filly that's finished second, Lochnaver. Amy Woff had quite an easy time of things in front.
She did. She just had to do her best to try to restrain her. She wanted to go a bit quicker, but first two were in the first two positions right the way throughout. Amy wafted a decent job in trying to keep Lochnaver settled, but Spanish Hustle was the one to give chase.